Hello, welcome to the month of May. So this is going to be the monthly predictions for all the rising and moon signs for the month of May of 2024. Let's get into it. These are all of the transits that we have happening in May. Jupiter moving into Taurus, which we did a video on already. We have a new moon in Aries on May 8th, which we will come out with the new moon and full moon predictions written as well on the Patreon. So be on the lookout for that. Then we have Mercury entering Aries, May 10th. Sun enters Taurus on May 14th, and it will be conjunct Jupiter, which obviously moves into Taurus on May 1st. Then Venus joining Sun and Jupiter May 19th. And then there's a full moon in Scorpio May 24th. Again, there will be a written write-up for that. And then Mercury entering Taurus at the end of May with Sun, Venus, and Jupiter. For the Aries risings and moons, check back to the Jupiter video to understand how this Jupiter transit is going to impact you, but it's going to take off very, very like suddenly, like with all of the energy being in Taurus beginning in May, but especially near the end of May when we have Venus, Mercury, Sun, and Jupiter all there by the end of May, which continues on the part of June. So it's a major focus for you guys on your sense of self-worth, value, income. You guys could be having a lot of financial gains this month, especially, or just a more focus on like buying material goods or trying to generate more material goods in your life. Also just focusing on maybe budgeting your finances better or trying to see how you can get more income coming in because you have Saturn and the 10th, 11th house. Okay, so you're focusing a lot still on progression of your success, your manifestations. You're really learning how to focus on and call in things that you're feeling worthy of, especially with this Jupiter and Taurus transit beginning for you. But then Rahu and Mars in your 12th house could also be indicating you still feeling more sense of like isolation, especially with Mars there. You're taking action towards making your isolation the most productive it can be for you to experience gains because Mars is your ruler. It transforms your life. And right now, being there with Rahu could have been April and parts of May could have been very, very creative for you. And you're using that to take action towards your new goals that you have coming forward. That will in turn bring you more income, bring you more stability, bring you more sense of self-worth and abundance. Could be buying a lot more things or just in general wanting to spend a lot more money because you have more money coming in, but also feeling like your daily life and your physical health and the way you structure your routines is something that's also calling a lot of your attention right now. And that might be what you're spending a lot of money on, especially in May and parts of June as well. But with Venus there, you guys, and Jupiter and Mercury, like lots of money coming in for you guys. Lots of material goods, material worth, or also just an understanding to like you realizing what your own sense of self-worth is. And it will be very, very healing for you also mentally. For the Taurus risings and moons, you guys will be feeling like this expansion of wisdom that just gets ignited in you. You might also be wanting to beautify yourself a little bit more or do things that make you come across as more of a teacher or a catalyst of like helping and providing insight and knowledge and wisdom for other people. Also, that's going to generate more income for you as well. Because again, look to that Jupiter and Taurus video to understand this more clearly, but that's what it's expanding for you, making you be a teacher, somebody who helps others, who provides wisdom like a guru, but also bringing you in more abundance as well. And then again, Sun, Venus, Mercury there, changing something to your appearance or focusing on beautifying yourself or how you present yourself to the world or just like through how you dress, do your makeup, do your hair, things like that. And then Rahu and Mars still in your 11th house. A lot of like social connections, social events, social media gains, manifestations coming in very, very fast, and you taking steps and action towards creating that success in your life too, because Mars is there. So it's like pushing you to want to like gain new heights and new levels of fame or status or recognition or success in your career and in your personal profession, and Mars is giving you that ability to take direct action, but in a very, very creative way. You might be like working late a lot at night too to like have that creativity, or be able to put things out in the way you want to, or gain that success. K2, Mercury being, yeah, K2 in your 5th house still. It's like creative passion from something from the past that you're actually implementing into your daily life, especially with that Mercury being in your 1st house. So there could be something, or like a past love relationship coming back that's now showing up in your 3D reality because it's in your 1st house, right? 1st, 7th house axis, K2 and Mercury in the 5th house, your past love experience or past business idea, past creative hobby, past little like passion or romance or fling coming back into your life for you to take action towards or begin experiencing some type of new insight or new enlightenment around. Gemini risings and moons, this will be a very spiritually healing month for you. You could be isolating a lot. It's so funny because I'm also Gemini rising, and before I did this, I got the card the Hermit, and that's literally what this month is going to be for those Gemini risings and moons. A lot of inner self-reflection, a lot of healing mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, isolating yourself a little bit so you can gain some type of spiritual inclination or spiritual knowledge or just even psychic abilities if that's something you're into, but like definitely very healing, very getting in tune with a different spiritual power. That's going to help you a lot with your resources. And yeah, because K2 in Virgo ruled by Mercury, so that is going to bring you some type of new skill you can use that will help you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, just in healing of yourself or for other people as well. Because Jupiter being there now, it's like guru teacher vibes, right? But then also there can be expenses that are high because you're going to be traveling or doing a lot of work or wanting to do some more traveling. So expenses can rise from that. But as long as you're also taking the time to find some type of isolation in terms of healing, not isolating yourself, like closing yourself off to people, but like isolating yourself in the sense of knowing when you need to take a break to learn or heal or work on a skill or spiritual practice, right? The money's going to come. So it's not something you need to worry about. The money will be there. It's just making sure you find that balance between your inner world and your outer world. And then Rahu and Mars still in your 10th house. Major changes in your career, your public image and status. But now with Mars there, especially after Mercury has left this placement, it's like you have a little bit more a little bit more direction on how to take towards changing your status, changing your profession, feeling like you're getting the success and recognition in your profession, and also knowing what action to take. But it will be very creative, very different. You might be doing a lot of the work behind the scenes before you actually put something out. So don't feel bad about if you are feeling like you're working behind the scenes a lot more right now or having to work really late, because the gains will come in, the recognition will come in, especially near the end of May. Okay. For the Cancer risings and moons, this month there's a big focus on your friendship, your community, the people that you feel the most connected to, that bring you like gains, whether it's through an emotional connection or through actual like elevation of manifestations or material goods. Look to the Jupiter video again to understand how that energy plays out for you mostly. But it's a big focus on your network circles, like people that you're connected to that can help you rise to different levels, and just your friendships overall. There could be something that expands within your circle starting in May, and then near the end of May, especially when other planets move into this area, you begin to notice how things shift when it comes to the dynamic between your friendships, or also the manifestations that you're having coming in. Because this Jupiter in your 11th house transit is going to be really, really good for y'all. Look to that Jupiter and Taurus video to really understand how that plays out. But it's really, really important for manifestations coming in, for getting connected to your manifestations, learning how to manifest, meeting people who also teach you how to manifest, getting a mentor, a teacher, or a guide. And then, yeah, Rahu and Mars in your 9th house, it's like a major good luck. These are good luck transits. If I would just say there would be one placement that is going to be the luckiest for the rest of 2024, it would be the Cancer risings and moons. I personally believe so. With Jupiter in your 11th house and then Rahu and Mars in your 9th, there could also be a desire to travel or do more travel or take action towards more traveling or higher learning and spiritual knowledge. But either way, the 9th and 11th house are very good luck houses. Like good luck is on your side, good fortune, good karma is owed to you, learning how to manifest that energy into your reality and changing your belief system, the 9th house, to be able to gain that those manifestations. And as well, if any of you are in courses or higher education or on a path of learning, learning something within the next year, it's very, very, very good for you this month of May to like take action towards that, start the material, start the courses, put the plans in motion, especially with Mars there in your 9th house. Maybe also getting resources or getting some type of income or what is the word I'm looking for? Inheritance for or just a resource to be like a money source owed to you to be able to pursue higher education, work course, or learning. Both are money activators right now in the month of May for you, with Taurus and Mars in the 9th house. Saturn in your 8th can be making it feel like if there is money owed to you, it's been harder, but it's been getting easier since January of 2023. By August, it will be much better, but you have the indicators for that to begin, especially right now. Okay, for the Leo risings and moons, this Jupiter transit is very impactful for your career, learning something specifically that's going to help take off your career in new ways. Remember, Jupiter will be at its starting point in May. So the things that you learn in May, mid to June, especially beginning in May though, when it comes to your career, your status, your reputation, the legacy you want to leave, it's going to hold a lot of prominence for the ways you're able to gain and expand for the next year. But May is super significant to all of the things, the tools, the resources, the connections you make, the things that you're putting out for your career, for your status, for your public image, being very, very public with yourself and the way you want your career to go for the next year, putting a lot of like either work in, effort in, learning, and also just like making yourself seen in a very, very prominent way. Your career will be expanding in major, major ways, and all of the action that starts in May is only going to take off for the next year. Then you have Rahu and Mars in your 8th house. There could be like a sense of investing in something in a new creative way, investing in resources that help your career, that help your public image and the way you gain more income and resources, or just interested in different occult-like practices, trying to dive deep into understanding things that aren't seen to other people in a very creative way, or expressing the things that you know and you learn, the knowledge you have of occult and mysticism in a very deep and profound way. Also, inheritances, money owed to you, payouts, investing, largely taking part in the month of May. Trying to get resources, loans, grants, or just finding new ways to invest in something that's going to generate more income for you. And then in your 2nd house, yeah, money will be very, very big in May too, because K2 and Virgo ruled by the Mercury in Taurus, and then that Rahu ruled by Jupiter in Taurus. But yeah, May and June, but May more specifically is a big money month for you. Finding ways to make new money, finding resources to get more money and income, learning about money more, learning how to prioritize and balance your money and financial gains, or even material goods too. It could be that your money increases and then you're wanting to buy more things, luxury items, beautiful things, spending money on traveling because of that Jupiter, teaching others how to financially prepare themselves or create more abundance in their life, or learning how to in your own. All right, for the Virgo risings and moons, this month is important for you guys because, right, K2 in your 1st house ruled by Mercury, which is going to be in Taurus, and then Mars and Rahu in your 7th house, which is ruled by Jupiter, also in Taurus. So it's like a major focus between you and relationships, partnerships, and what you learn from them. Also can be completing some type of higher education, or like having gone or having the desire to go on like a sabbatical, or doing some type of higher learning and higher knowledge, completing it or beginning it, or starting a new course in it that helps you understand yourself more and how you understand relationships more. Because this whole year since October has been that focus of you um, learning about yourself and relationships and seeing yourself in a different way. And when both of the planets come together in Taurus in your 9th house, it's like you shift your mindset around how you see yourself and how you see other people and what you learn from that. But that Jupiter and Taurus transit starts that journey of you really, really learning some new higher belief that helps you connect to yourself and other people better. There can also be some type of course that you invest in, or course that you want to start, or something unconventional that you want to learn that's going to help you see yourself more spiritually and also make more connections in a deeper spiritual way with other people too. Okay. For the Libra risings and moons in May, there can be a focus on you getting more resources or more income through a new job source, or you trying to figure out how to balance your daily life and routines so that you can generate more income. With that, all of that energy beginning in your 8th house, it's really, really, really important for you guys tapping into like resources, gathering the necessary funds for resources, also doing deep occult underground knowledge. You might start getting into like some type of mysticism or occult or like tantric type thing, where you're just really getting resources through occult like experiences, um, because the Ketu in Virgo, right, ruled by Mercury, and then Mars and Rahu ruled by Jupiter, all of that being in Taurus, that it's like there's a deep attraction about you in May too. Like people are going to be very magnetized towards you, very like this person look really interesting. They look very like magnetizing, like people want something from you. People can also be a little bit jealous of you, so be on the lookout for that, especially women. But I would just say, yeah, because Venus rules you, and then it'll be in Taurus as well. There's a major emphasis on money, how you can get more money, how you can get more resources, how you can get more connections, how can you learn more underground knowledge, like tapping into like an underworld sense, not in like a bad or scary way, but just like you're wanting to learn more about astrology. I feel like there's going to be a lot more Libra risings and Libra moons even getting involved in this type of work beginning in May. And just if you're waiting on some type of payout or something in the court system or litigation, that can be coming through in May as well, because the 12th and 6th house axis, which Rahu and Ketu are in, signify something going on within litigation or courts. Mars can be like direct action being taken through a resource, but then all that energy in Taurus, especially Venus, Mercury, Sun, and Jupiter, bringing like that money, that income, that resource, that payout, that grant, that loan, that knowledge. Also, a very sexual month as well. Be aware of that. You're just going to be feeling like a deep desire for a lot of passion. Okay, so just keep that in mind too. Scorpio risings and moons, Jupiter enters your 7th house, starting a new beginning, a new chapter in relationships, in partnerships, in marriage, in business connections, long-term partners in the sense of marriage, or like a business partnership, or just some type of new beginning around what you learn from other people outside of yourself. You're going to be meeting some very important people beginning in May, very important people that help you with your creativity, with your passions, with what you want to be connected to. A large organization of sorts could be bringing you new resources, new gains, a new chapter starting with a large organization, or you also putting energy towards a new creative hobby, a new creative passion that you think it will bring you a lot of money, resources, and gains, because it will. But you're going to be learning a lot from the people outside of yourself. So make sure you're aware of all the people that you're connected to and surrounded by and what you can learn from them, because it's going to help you with a creative idea, a creative passion, a creative hobby. Also, an important time for like pregnancy, you know, that's always something to look at with like personal charts, but the what I'm seeing here for the Scorpio risings and moons, creativity, reproduction, you know, manifesting like an actual child or something like that is possible. So if you're not, you know, wanting that, just be aware of it. But either way, that creativity energy is there, whether it comes through a hobby, Max is barking, whether it comes through a hobby or a child or a new practice you become very devoted to or wanting to learn a skill around, it's there. The energy is there. So just keep that up for the month of May. For the Sagittarius risings and moons, this month is something happening within your daily life, your routines, your structures, your co-workers, enemies, also litigation of courts if you're involved in anything like that. Also, your physical health is very, a new chapter. It's very important because it's starting a new chapter around your physical health, around the way you structure your daily routines. Also, if you're wanting to be very private right now, maybe because there's a lot going on in your home, especially with Mars there currently for the month of May, something going on in your inner home or external home, like actual where you live, or just your inner home, like where you're feeling peace, happiness. It's like changing in a very drastic way with this Rahu Ketu axis, but Mars there, it's giving you the ability to take action, to find more confidence in it, to change something so it will benefit you for the better. And that will especially increase because Ketu ruled by currently Ketu being ruled by Mercury, Rahu currently being ruled by Jupiter, both coming together in Taurus, starting a new chapter around whatever it is that you do in your daily life, how you connect with people that you work with, any enemies you may have, you know, that are very known, whether it's in the courts or legal system or actually where you work, and the way your health is transforming, the way your physical health, your physical body is changing so that you can feel more happy and secure emotionally in your home, as well as in your career, in your public image, and how other people see you. It's a very important time for you guys to be disciplined, channeling your disciplined energy into your daily life and being very focused with how you organize your life on a daily basis to generate, again, more income. That Jupiter in Taurus is going to look like that for everybody. Everybody has that ability to expand their income and expand their resources with this. But how you do it, how you start it in May and June with the new moon there. But for now, we're talking about May, how you start it there. It's going to take effect that way. For the Capricorn risings and moons, with this Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, and Venus being in your fifth house, it's a really creative time for you, a very happy time for you. You guys are going to be feeling a lot more joy in your life and things that make you feel like you have a lot of creative expression, self-expression, wanting to just be happy or experience the romanticism of life, romanticizing your life, having more love in your life too, things that bring your heart joy and your heart happiness, or just like sharing your joy with other people. This can come from you learning new skills or having this newfound sense of courage and willpower to take action towards a lot of things in your life, as well as just some type of good luck and good fortune that's been in your life kind of coming together to create this happiness in you. It's a good time for you to really learn what makes you happy, connecting with your children more, connecting with kids, getting more devoted to a spiritual practice, or starting a new hobby. It's going to bring you a lot of joy. Um, Finding a way to like start a new skill also that correlates to a new hobby that can then turn into like a business or a side hustle, eventually takes off as a business. Um, but it will begin in May, and that can be something that brings you like a newfound sense of wonder and a way to just express yourself in a very different and creative way. Because with that Taurus nature, it'll be something that feels like it's a little bit slow for you to do, slow moving type of thing. But you've been learning a lot of new skills and a lot of new, like doing little short distance trips or having things that test your sense of courage and willpower and strength so that you can have confidence to express yourself in a different way that's very beautiful, very magnetizing to other people, and people are wanting to see you happy. You're also wanting to experience more happiness in your life too. This can also be a time where if you're wanting to conceive or wanting to like create a product or a business or a literal child, it can be time where that manifests as well, beginning in May or June. We will need to see your private chart to understand if that's truly possible, but the transits are there just from the Capricorn energy. And I would say, yeah, picking up some type of hobby can bring you a different type of income. Because of the Taurus energy, it might be something that you physically, materially make or do or start that can bring you some tangible good or resource. And it's also a good time if you do lottery. I'm not saying to go out and do the lottery, but like a good opportunity to maybe just take a swing at it. Don't spend all your money, but like you have the transits for like good blessings, good gifts coming into your life beginning in the next year. For the Aquarius risings and moons, this will be happening in your fourth house. Mercury does move on this day later in the morning, so that's why it shows up a little bit differently for the timing, but it's going to be in your fourth house. And also Rahu and Ketu in your second and eighth. So it's a transformation around your sense of self-worth as it pertains to your most private part of yourself. This might not be something that you share with a lot of people, but your happiness, your emotional security, your foundation is really, really changing within this next month, within this overall year. You're wanting to do things that bring you, where you know your worth, where you understand your worth, and you realize, like, hey, this isn't making me happy. This isn't bringing me peace. This isn't bringing me emotional regulation. I have to put myself first in this because you have Saturn on your first house, Rahu Ketu in your second and eighth, and then all of this energy beginning in your fourth. So it's a bit of an emotional time for you. But when you recognize your worth, you stand up for yourself, and you take action towards changing your internal home and your external home for the better as it becomes better for you, it's going to be very, very, very beautiful because that Mercury, Jupiter, Venus energy creates the Saraswati Yoga, which is a very, very good thing for you. So if you're wanting to move, wanting to change something in your home, either externally or internally, or begin therapy or begin some type of healing practice that helps you understand your worth, your value, also your income, learning something about your income and investments and finances, changing them in a way, getting more resources so that you can have better emotional happiness, it's going to happen. And it's a good month for you. It can just feel like you're being very, very private or like kind of needing to just nurture yourself a little bit more this month, next month. Okay, for the Pisces risings and moons, you have Mars currently in your first house and Rahu as well. So you might be taking a lot of action towards changing yourself, but it might not be showing up so much in the physical reality as it is. You still have Saturn there in your 12th house. It can be you wanting to take a little bit of action, but maybe it's because you're staying up a lot late at night or having very vivid dreams or just wanting to like do a little bit of healing and isolating as well still, but still trying to put yourself out there in a different way, changing something about your appearance in a very different way, like taking action towards changing something about your appearance. Maybe it's through working out because you could have an increase of energy within this next month that only increases as the month goes on. So you begin like working out more or like just actively doing something physically, changing something to yourself, putting in the motion to investing in yourself in a different type of way, whether that's through healing, psychic healing, like spiritual healing, physical healing, health and fitness, all the healing, health and fitness, mental, emotional, spiritual, all of it, investing in yourself. Then all of the energy in Taurus in your third house, it's really good for learning skills, having an increase of confidence, putting in the work. Like you're going to be writing a lot, investing in new ways to like learn a skill that helps you have more confidence or put yourself out there more. You're going to be very, very, very busy. It's not like a slow moving type of thing. You might want to be slow just because of your Pisces nature and like the Taurus nature of being slow and a little bit stubborn, but it's like Mars on your ass on the ascendant. It's like push, push, push. You got to keep going, and just get used to it because it's only going to increase and it's going to bring you guys a lot of abundance, a lot of new opportunities, a lot of connections, a lot of good fortune and good karmas to you guys too. So, on Pisces, so. And yeah, just if you're wanting to write or focus on like learning a new skill or just something where you need a little bit more confidence to pursue it, trust that this transit is going to bring it for you. Also meeting a lot more people too, making more friends, doing a little bit of short-term traveling, like short travel trips, definitely possible for you. All right, that is the monthly May transits. Predictions for all the rising and moon signs. Let us know in the comments what you're planning, manifesting, or noticing playing out or beginning to happen in your month. And if you have any questions, let us know. Get on the Ragati level so you can join the Discord where we talk daily. And I love you guys. I'll see you soon. We're going to be doing a Zoom live meeting for the Ragati level members also. Oh, the Discord is for Magka and Ragati levels. So join there for the Discord. But if you want to get on our lives where I look at your charts, no extra cost, answer all your questions, join on the Ragati level because we do a monthly meeting through Zoom. And so I love you guys. Thank you for being here and let us know. Happy May.